What's going down, y'all? It's Mr. Corey coming to y'all live in the Space City Rottweilers compound. Hope everybody been doing all right. Hope y'all been enjoying y'all summer. Hope y'all been beating this heat because it's been hot as you know what. It's kind of like my least favorite time of the year when it comes to dealing with these dogs because I got to constantly, manage the temperature for them. Being that, the compound is 100% outside or whatever. Got to keep them cool, got to keep them hydrated with water. And if they allow me to, I'll come out here and, kind of hose them down with the water hose and kind of keep them cool throughout the day. Because brilliant contractor that we had when we first bought the place got rid of all the trees that were over here. It wasn't supposed to get rid of all of them. They're supposed to get rid of a couple of them, but the dogs don't have no shade trees, so gotta come out here and manage it for them. So it kind of get real difficult. But hopefully one day I get my bread up and I can possibly put a pool out here outside for them to jump in or whatever. 'Cause I thought about getting them little dollar store plastic pools, but man, I'll probably have plastic all over the yard because they won't use them properly. But anyway, making this video because I wanted to talk about why you shouldn't get into breeding dogs for like a quick hustle or quick way to make money, because that word quick is pretty much nearly impossible when it comes to dog breeding. Eventually, after putting time into it, I mean, you can come up, you can probably, earn some bread, but just like anything that you first get into, you're gonna take a lot of hits and you take a lot of money to just operate, you know what I mean? Especially if you have multiple dogs. And like a lot of other factors go into it, in my opinion. Coming into it and not ever doing it ever, you're gonna run into a lot of mistakes. And mistakes gonna happen. Ain't nothing wrong with making mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But it can cost you. You know what I'm saying? I made plenty of mistakes, and probably we'll make more mistakes before I really get it all down pat. But it's just part of the process. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta take into consideration, if you're coming into it, don't have the proper knowledge of what it takes to raise a dog. You kind of gotta know that, and then you have to put your trust in others, and that's kind of tough. Because if you don't have no dogs, you got to get your dogs from somewhere, and you can vet people all day, every day, and some of these breeders, man. I ain't gonna say some of these breeders, just people in general. Everything online these days, and it's easy for you to get messed over. Trying to put your trust in a human that you don't have no type of connection or relationship with, that's high risk. You know what I mean? You should always, do your research, look into who you talking to. If you can get references, that's a plus. But I think the major hurdle with that you can kind of dodge, try to deal with somebody local or close to you first, instead of dealing with your favorite breeder that you see online. You know what I mean? Because they can be all nice and all that stuff in front of these cameras, but we don't know these people. We don't know who their true character. They can send you pictures and videos all day, and then once you get your dog, that dog don't look like the same dog. You know what I'm saying? You done got. that's a lesson and a hurdle in itself. Feeding the dogs, and I mean, all that stuff is to be expected. And to me, it just takes years before you can get to that point to where you really just start making that bread, because you gotta build your program, and that takes time. I don't care if you buying adult dogs. You know what I mean? You still gotta build your program. You might have got that dog for somebody else, but you gotta build your brand, your market up, and all that take time. And like, kind of where I'm at with it, I stopped kind of worrying about making so many videos and posting on social media, and kind of like just shift my focus back on just raising the dogs and getting them to a point, because my program is fairly young, and kind of had to somewhat start over because we took some hits last year. But that's part of it as well, taking losses. And it's just like with anything else that you want to put some investment in. It ain't always about the money or the sweat equity. It's just about gaining that knowledge. You know what I mean? That way you can have some longevity in here and be like your favorite online breeder that you follow and watch and aspire to be, or even want to get dogs from. You know what I mean? But my advice is just don't expect to come up quick, because nobody in this dog breeding world, no matter the breed or whatever, you ain't gonna come up quick. You're gonna take more L's in the beginning, and then if you stick through the L's, you'll be able to come up for sure. And it's just about your drive and your passion. And if a lot of people say they want to start doing this, but then you start letting your quality go down or whatever. But it's just so many different things that come into effect. But I just wanted to spread that little gem or whatever out there. Don't expect to get in this thing and instantly become a millionaire. I don't care what it look like on social media. You know what I'm saying? The more dogs you get, the more money you gotta spend. You know what I'm saying? And, these dogs constantly evolve over time. All these different bloodlines, and people creating their own bloodlines, and just you spend more time doing research or whatever. You know what I mean? And we spend a lot of money with trying to select the right dog, and health testing and all that stuff. So all that you gotta take into consideration and multiply that on how many dogs you plan to have in your program, or how many dogs you're already having in your program, and just try to do it the right way, and just be careful, and make wise decisions, and start off small and then work your way up. Me honestly, that's another mistake that I feel like I made. I kind of like bit off more than I can chew, as the cliche saying is. You know what I'm saying? Don't get too many dogs. Get just a couple, what I'm saying, that you can handle, and then just progress into it. You know what I mean? Because you will want to learn your dogs. And if you have all these dogs, it's going to be nearly impossible for you to, spend that time with each and every one of them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's almost like having kids. Well, it is like having kids. You don't want too many too soon. You know what I mean? So, I may make another part 2 if I, think of some other stuff on here. But, I just want to be real and truthful and honest, and not sugarcoat stuff and, make a persona and a fairy tale, because, I got caught up in it. You know what I mean? Just seeing people online. You kind of just, gotta be real with yourself and be honest. Don't get caught up in other people's stories, because, a lot of these people online, they be lying. You know what I'm saying? Especially in dog breeding. I'm noticing it with all breeds. Man, these people be lying. You know what I mean? They don't show you the real. They don't talk about the mistakes they made, the mistakes they still making. You know what I'm saying? They don't show you all their dogs, and you know, you just man. People are funny, and especially when it come to money. You already know they just trying to, you know, use you for they come up. But I ain't gonna make this video too much longer. Just wanted to spread that out here. They probably gonna run away from me if I try to spray them. But I might add a quick little video of the dogs at the end of this. But yeah, man, I just want to be real and upfront with y'all, and I'm gonna continue to do that, and post when I want to, and you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say post when I can, post when I want to, just because, I mean, this YouTube stuff, it ain't going nowhere. But you know, I just kind of have to be real with myself and kind of shift my focus, and you know, give my dogs more attention versus, you know, trying to hurry up and get content out to y'all. I'd rather have quality than quantity, you know what I'm saying, and just give it to y'all real. But I appreciate y'all for checking this one out. You know, if I spoke something and touched you, man, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe for your boy one time. You know, drop something down in the comments, and yeah, holla at your boy. Peace. Watch how they disperse when I spray the water. Come here. Oh, we got us a brave one. Feel good? Good ride. I'll keep you cool. I'll keep you cool. Come here. Come here, don't run. Look. Come here. Come cool off. Look. They're gonna spray too hard. Come here. Come here. Look at him. Come here. Come on. Don't be scared. Come here. You get back. You got sprayed out.